Hello and welcome to the first episode of 2026, which kicks off our second season of On the Agenda, a semi-monthly podcast by the City of Reno that quickly updates you on actions taken at the recent council meeting and checks in with various departments to keep you up to date with happenings around City Hall. I'm AJ from the City of Reno's communication team, and with me, as always, is Reno City Manager Jackie Bryant. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, AJ.
It's the first episode of 2026. Are you excited?
I am excited and glad to be back, and it's a new year.
Yeah.
New things, and
New year, new us.
What are your new year resolutions?
I'm not making any resolutions to be better. I'm making resolutions to be more of a menace. So everybody watch out.
Oh, that's
no improvement here.
For me.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't. I think I just am so unsuccessful at any endeavor regarding that I just gave it up a while back, and so now I don't do that anymore.
Just constantly improving. That's it.
That's right. I'm in a constant improvement loop, or at least I try.
Right.
I'm not sure that 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
We've got a great conversation coming up today about a city partnership that's helping provide free childcare for families in our community who are living below the poverty level. But before we get to that, let's rewind to our last Reno City Council meeting and get some highlights. Reno City Manager Jackie Bryant, hit us with those highlights.
Yes, thank you, AJ. We had a great first meeting for 2026. During the meeting, Council approved a local public agency agreement between the City of Reno and NDOT, that's the Nevada Department of Transportation, for a sidewalk project along Grand Canyon Boulevard and Liston Avenue in southeast Reno. This particular project was identified by RTC as a TA set-aside project. It exists for smaller transportation issues that have been deemed to be critically important. The partnership between RTC, City of Reno, NDOT, and our federal partners help the city complete these types of projects to keep pedestrians safe in Reno. So many, many thanks to all of our partners for that project. Council also accepted a grant from Waste Management to support the work of the Clean and Safe team to keep public spaces safe, clean, and accessible for all residents. Thank you, Waste Management. And finally, Council adopted the childcare ordinance that will make it easier for in-home children's providers to get licensed and provide critical services to our community.
As I told my hairdresser during my Backstreet Boys phase, thanks for the highlights.
That's real good.
I had to think
Thank
about
you, everybody.
that.
That was a groaner. Thank you.
Real nice.
If you want to read more about these agenda items or today's topic, check out reno.gov/news and click the most recent Council Highlights post. This week, Council adopted the childcare ordinance. We previously discussed this a few episodes back with Grace, where we learned that childcare could cost more than college tuition for families. This new ordinance helps make it easier for childcare facilities to operate, lowers costs, and does all kinds of great things. So definitely check out that episode with Grace. That leads us right into today's topic. This week, Council also approved a reimbursement agreement with the Children's Cabinet to help provide full and partial daycare services for residents who could really use it. Joining us now to help us break this down and talk about what this partnership looks like in practice, we are joined by Nathan Ullyot, Director of Parks and Recreation, and Landon Miller, our Parks and Recreation Fund Development Manager. Hello, fellas.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hey, Happy New Year, AJ.
It's fund development.
Well, yeah, fund development, but there's a lot of fun in fund development too, so yeah.
So with all of that in context, we need some background on how this will work. Nathan, can you give us a little background on the Sierra Kids program? And we know its importance to families, but again, going back to my Backstreet Boys phase, tell me why.
All right, stop.
That's good.
I was ready until that came out. That one was good. That was actually better than the highlights.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Sierra Kids is a wonderful program that operates in out-of-school time. You'll hear OST as an acronym. We like to have our acronyms in Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
It's not as fun as like police and fires, but OST, out-of-school time. So that means during breaks, but also it obviously means before and after school care. So we have 11 sites that offer programs during the school year, and then we go to 4 to 6 summer sites that offer programs during winter break, fall break, spring break, and of course summer break. And that allows families to maintain that routine in the work day, and allows parents who are working to go to work, know their kids are in a safe place that we hope is also fun and enriching. Mm-hmm. But it really helps cover gaps. That's really what this program is about, and that's really what this agreement is about, is helping to cover a gap for those working parents who are are doing their best but need a hand up, not a handout. It's a hand up that helps them get into a space that gives them that same sense of security that working families have as well.
So on that, what is the reimbursement agreement that the council approved, and why is that important to Reno families?
Sure. So Children's Cabinet operates funding that's provided through state funding for all of the families that are at or near the poverty line. So this is really those folks who need it the most. They're trying to go to work. They're trying to make sure their kids are safe. It's meeting that space and providing a foundation for us to provide accessible services to everybody in our city.
Hey, Nathan, what is the poverty line?
I think a good benchmark, a family of four is about $32,000 per year.
Okay.
So it's not a lot of money, right? And there are people out there doing their best to bring that in. And again, they'd have to make a decision on, can I send my kids to after school care, or do I send them home? What we're trying to do, and especially with Landon's help, is fill that gap of, at 100% it's $32,000. So if we can get to, well, maybe you're making $64,000, and now you maybe don't get the same discount, but maybe you get 60% off, and then at 300% you get 40% off, and at 80% or at 400% you would get 20% off. So that's the sliding scale that provides accessibility, whether you can afford it all. And then on the other end of that, where you can't afford it all, we charge an amount that helps us maintain the program sustainably so that it doesn't close, because when it closes for everybody.
Yeah, right.
And so we want to keep it open, and we need to do that in a financially sustainable way that is a little more insulated from challenging times from a tax-based perspective.
And children benefit from these programs. This is not
Sure.
just about helping working parents, but there's some really good things that happen at Sierra
Absolutely.
Kids for children. Can you talk a little bit about how it supports them developmentally?
Sure. I mean, it's imagine talk about Maslow's hierarchy of need. First, it provides safety, right? First, it provides that space, but it gets all the way to the top with enrichment in STEM programming, music programming, outdoor education, things like that. But it also handles and supports public safety. There's a lot of data out there that kids who are not sent home on their own don't have household incidents and accidents at home, which is one of the leading causes for childhood death, is that you're at home alone, you stick something in an outlet, and that's it. You don't get a chance to learn. And this program has that public safety component too.
And folks can reach out to you guys to kind of help figure that out and kind of go through the process and all that stuff, or they can go to reno.gov/parks and rec, and a lot of that information is all right there.
Absolutely. When you become interested in our programs, we try to show you any path that we can to make it accessible. So in this case, you talk to Nora Davis, who is in our admin team, who really helps you get from point A to point you're in school, you're in after school. So
that makes sense. So, see, you brought Landon Miller with you today. No relationship to me, AJ Miller. We look very similar.
As far as I know. Yeah, as far as I know.
We know programs like this don't exactly run on good vibes alone. So tell us how his role facilitates stuff like this.
Well, sure. So this is a good example of where there's a gap, right? The Children's Cabinet is taking care of the folks who are most at need in this space, but there's a lot of folks who are probably doing pretty well or feel like they're doing pretty well. But if you have 5 kids and you have to make a decision between a 13-year-old watching the other 4 or spending $2,000 or $1,000 a week on after school care, you're probably going to make the former decision, right? You're going to send your kids home. And so we're looking for, in this case, Landon to help fill the gaps for accessibility for those families who need that, maybe is not as large as a hand up, but still a hand up so that they can make that same decision that folks who have no financial issues and who are really doing well and can send their kids to wherever they need to, or the folks who are really struggling and the federal government and state government is stepping up. This is where Landon is standing in the gap to develop funds for folks who might be in the middle of the scale, and have to make those tough decisions.
Nathan, I just want to clarify, this grant of $414,000 comes to us. We are not spending any general fund dollar from the city of Reno, right?
That's right. This is a grant that comes as a reimbursement. So a child signs up, qualifies for this funding. We put them in the program. We build the funding, or we build the charge to the Children's Cabinet fund that's accessible to us.
Right.
And so that money comes straight back into us as revenue and offsets the cost of that
So
participation.
there's absolutely no general fund dollars from the city of Reno spent on this project.
Not in this case.
Not
no.
in this case.
Yeah.
We're just receiving a grant. It's coming in. You're doing the billing directly to the Children's Cabinet.
Almost as if the Children's Cabinet is writing a check on behalf of.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So Landon,
Yeah.
what does it take to secure and maintain funding partnerships such as the one we have with the Children's Cabinet? Walk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, it does take a lot of work, but I'll tell you this: like the appetite is strong here in Northern Nevada. Northern Nevada agencies, they want to help, whether it's state or organizations like the Children's Cabinet. They want to get involved, and it takes a lot of work. It requires some research. It requires, I'll write a lot of grants, some planning, some budgeting. It's a very in-depth process, but it's time well spent, and we're getting extra money here in the city of Reno. So that's a little bit about what I do, at least in the grant space, but on the donation space, because I do a little bit of that too. It's matching people's passions with spaces here in the city of Reno, because our city is a city. We have so many different things, especially in Parks and Rec. We're talking about childcare today, but we do pools, we do gyms, we do adaptive. So it's a very wide net that we cast, but that's a little bit about what I do.
So let's say I, a local business or resident, would like to support city programs such as Sierra Kids and parks in general. How can I get involved?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different ways to do that. I mean, the standard answer is to email me, millerl@reno.gov. But we also like to tell people, especially some of our staff on the front lines, to engage in the conversation there. So we have a couple of internal things there, but you can talk to our staff up at the front. They'll usually get to me some way, somehow. But then say, for example, like you wanted to donate, $1,000. We have a great partnership with the Community Foundation of Northern Nevada. They're able to secure some of our money, hold it in a trustworthy way that we're able to identify what you, AJ, want to give to. And we make sure that donor intent is strong, it is maintained, and your dollars go to exactly where you want it to be.
Oh, wow. So we can reach out to you, millerl@reno.gov.
millerl@reno.gov is the easiest way to do it. But if you're listening and you go to maybe some of our facilities, front staff should know too.
Maybe you go for a swim at Moana Pool, and then you can just start yelling, I want to talk to Landon.
Well, hey, can I do a plug real quick, AJ?
Yeah.
Is this cool? So our donor wall just got installed up at the Moana Pool. We're really
nice.
excited about that. And the Moana Springs Community Aquatics Fitness Center came together because of community support. It came together because of donations. And now what we're doing is we're recognizing some of our large donors there, including the Pennington Foundation, Atlantis Casino Resort Spa, Sierra Nevada Community Aquatics. But now we're asking the public to step up. We have a couple of families that want to get recognized on the donor wall, and we have a couple of individuals who want to get recognized on the donor wall. So it's going to be a continuous, it's a cool thing, a continuous process to build funds for that facility and for swim lesson programs here for Parks and Rec.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yep. And your name will stay there forever.
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Oh, good. This has been great, Nathan and Landon. Is there anything else you would like to tell us about the program or Parks and Rec that maybe we didn't cover that you want to tell folks about?
Well, I just wanted to shout out the team that actually makes the childcare programming happen, with Karina as the manager, Mike as the supervisor. We have Stephanie, Jesse, and Dan as the coordinators, and then Norma, who really helps train a lot of folks who this is their first job, 16, 17-year-old young folks who come in and this is their first job. So really want to, it's a true grind that goes on all year, and we have great staff handling it.
Well, that about does it for us today. Big thanks to Nathan and Landon for taking the time to join us and talk about this. We and the residents really appreciate it. If you want to find more, you can always check them out online at reno.gov/Parks and Rec, or their Facebook page, which is City of Reno Parks and Recreation Department. Before we wrap things up, Jackie, let's do a quick look ahead. What's coming up on the next City Council agenda?
Yeah, before I go through that, I really want to highlight our gratitude and appreciation to the Children's Cabinet for supporting this effort, and for the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services. It's really easy to talk about it in terms of dollars, but the reality is that programs like this really change lives. And so we're super proud here at the City of Reno to be partnering with them and to be providing the program. With respect to the next council agenda, it will be on January 28th. It will be heavy. Council will potentially approve a contract to provide necessary repairs with the Reno Transportation Rail Access Corridor. also known as ReTrack. That's the underground railroad system that we have now through downtown Reno. It used to be above ground, but council approved putting it underground, and now we have to make some repairs associated with that. Council will also potentially approve some donations and grant acceptances, including RPD's Mobile Outreach Safety Team, Regional Gang Unit, Human Trafficking and Exploitation Team, and Traffic Safety. They are crushing it with their grant programs and the implementation of such. We're going to be talking about budget. Our budget closes by the end of June. I have to have a draft budget submitted to the state in April. So we are gearing up for some final decisions based on that. And we'll be talking a little bit about capital projects and getting some direction from council on how they'd like to see things go.
That is on the 28th.
Yes, sir. 10 o'clock. Right here at City Hall. Same Wednesday, 2nd and 4th of every month, unless we have to change it. 10 a.m., same location.
Same council place, same council time.
And you can listen on the City of Reno's website or on YouTube. You can provide public comment in person, via email, via phone calls, and via Zoom. Please participate.
Absolutely. You can find all this online, reno.gov/meetings or reno.gov/news.